Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, in as much Rigathi Gachagua has gone silent on Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja after starting a war with Sakaja, it is still very clear that Gachagua is still fighting Johnson Sakaja using some of the elected leaders in Mount Kenya region. I'm saying this because yesterday we have had a statement from Nyeri Senator Wahome Wamatiga. Apart from Wahome Wamatiga, still Honorable Wamaua is directly fighting and threatening Johnson Sakaja. All of these leaders. And this is what Wahome told Johnson Sakaja. I quote him. He said in Kikuyu, but it has been translated. Rigathi helped you become governor. Tutaonana na wewe mwanaume kwa mwanaume. Kikuyu will not be threatened. Rigathi should be respected. He continued to say, I want to tell Sakaja, Rigathi sio wa rika yako. Your papers belong to Gikomba. Those are bought papers. If you play with us, we will impeach you. That was Wahome Wamatiga. But this is what Honorable Wamaua told Sakaja. I quote, Sakaja, you were a toddler when the Gema people started building Nairobi. Keep off our leader, Deputy Rigathi Gachagua. Those are leaders from Mount Kenya region. Now speaking on behalf of Rigathi Gachagua. We understand Gachagua went silent because on how Kenyans were ruthlessly responding to his threat towards Johnson Sakaja. People of Nairobi were not happy with Rigathi Gachagua, including even the Gema community within Nairobi. In as much all this was happening, President William Samoei Ruto is also sending a coded message to Rigathi Gachagua and his people from Mount Kenya region. Because it cannot be a situation whereby Gachagua and the people of Mount Kenya region are fighting Sakaja, then Ruto is inviting Sakaja to accompany him somewhere in Galana Kulalu to go and inspect some project. A Nairobi governor accompanying the president to Galana Kulalu, which is in Coast region there, to be specific, Kilifi County. So I'm wondering how Ruto called Sakaja to accompany him away from Nairobi. Upita mpaka Ukambani, Lower Eastern, you go to Coast region just to inspect a project, if it was not really a political statement to Gachagua. This is what Sakaja posted while accompanying William. Urban areas suffer the most when we are food insecure, juhuku ni shamba ya mawe. President William Samoei Ruto took me along today to inspect Galana Kulalu to see what we can achieve for a food secure Kenya. Glad he revoked earlier plan to subdivision of the land to ensure the entire land is utilized in the best way to ensure food security for our country. Was joined by Coast Region governors Mung'aru, Abdulswamad, and Isa Timami. Hapa kazi tu. So you can see he went with Sakaja, then I can see CS for water. Is it Alice Wahome? I think she went there because she's in charge of mambo ya maji. So Galana Kulalu is a project run on irrigation. Now, this is a message William Ruto is sending to Rigathi Gachagua, who is now silent, and these people who are attacking Sakaja on behalf of Rigathi Gachagua. That's the truth of the matter. We are continuing with this panel discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. To our channel subscribers, thank you so much, and again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you, and back to this discussion. Now, there's one thing William Ruto understands very clear. In case they don't have Sakaja to run for Nairobi governor on UDA ticket in 2027, then UDA party will not have any other strong candidate to vie in Nairobi. That alone is enough just for ODM to hand over a ticket to Tim Wanyonyi, and Tim Wanyonyi will become the next governor of Nairobi. As simple as that. So in as much the people of Mount Kenya region are trying to fight Sakaja for personal greedy interest, Ruto is not ready to lose Sakaja because that's the only candidate he can be sure that he might again win the ticket, the governorship of Nairobi in 2027. Because if you check, Sakaja is a man who is being liked by the Azimio side and the Kenya Kwanza side. So he has that favor from both sides. Because of this is a candidate you might not afford to lose going forward. So because of this, he will not allow these people to continuously intimidate Sakaja. Again, I understand one thing, that regarding Gachagua and the people of Mount Kenya region might be playing a reverse psychology on the people of Nairobi to fight Sakaja with their interest to make sure that his deputy is becoming the governor if they will manage to impeach Sakaja. So that alone, it means they are fighting for one of their own, so that now through the deputy who will become the governor, they will control him and have their business in Nairobi. But the question is, if he will become the governor, because now it's from Gema, what about the next election? Will they win with that person? There's a man from corporate world, from bank, now a deputy governor. He cannot have that muscle to clinch to Nairobi governorship through the ballot. He cannot. Polycarp Igathe tried. He could not. Despite the fact that he was there running with Mike Sonko. At least he had been tested. But now this is a green horn person who has no any clue to do with the politics. So, to William Ruto, it is a tall order. He cannot manage to lose Sakaja. So he's telling Rigathi Gachagua openly that Sakaja is here to stay. William Ruto is communicating directly to the people of Mount Kenya region that the man you are fighting, I'm here with him. You can see he's flying in Air Force One. What will you do? This is the man I need to lead Nairobi. That means Ruto is in agreement with what Sakaja is doing. In fact, he told Sakaja he has his support on his side. So all this noise have no meaning to Nairobi politics and to Sakaja as far as the issue of sorting out Nairobi is concerned. As simple as that. So if Rigathi Gachagua want to continue to fight Sakaja, his war with Sakaja will end up destroying him. Because Ruto has interest in having Sakaja in the near future. So, this war has nowhere to go. Another issue is that in aspect these people are trying to tell Sakaja that they will impeach him. The question is, how many MCS does UDA party have? Are they enough to impeach Sakaja? If so, the other question they should ask, how many MCS in Nairobi are from Mount Kenya? How many Kikuyu MCS are in Nairobi? Because if you say you are going to impeach you, definitely you are talking about Kikuyu MCS. Are they the only MCS elected in Nairobi on Jubilee UDA ticket? The answer is no. So because of this, even they don't have enough numbers to impeach Sakaja. So that is that noise. So that is just a mere noise that cannot help him to do any serious move in Nairobi politics. The only thing they can do is just to try and incite maybe Kikuyus who are in Nairobi, maybe to cause chaos or demonstrations. But then another thing is that even the Kikuyus who are staying in Nairobi are not comfortable with the kind of settlement coming from Rigathi Gachagua. They are not comfortable Just look on statement that Wamatinga is trying to issue here. He is revoking the Kikuyu nation. A statement that cannot be even comfortable with the Kikuyus who are working and trading in Nairobi. Because when they try to move in this direction, they are simply exposing Kikuyus in Nairobi. These people have customers. Their customers are not necessarily Kikuyus. There are other communities. That's the first thing. Secondly, they are not the only people in business in Nairobi. So because of these things, you make them also vulnerable. Because then the other communities are going, of course, to start distancing themselves from the Gema or Kikuyu community or Kikuyu people in Nairobi. People are going to reject them. They will reject their business. They will reject their product. They will reject their services. Then at the end of the day, they end up becoming the big loser. Because now it will be all against one. So that is the situation we are having as of now. And another thing that Ruto is defending Gachagua is very clever. Ruto knows one thing. In case he will allow these people to continue to fight Sakaja, then Sakaja become vulnerable. You see, Sakaja largely, he is more of a Luhya. So Luhya will see Kikuyus fighting one of their own. If Ruto will not come out to defend Sakaja, then it will be seen that there is a perception that Ruto is with this team. That alone is enough for Luhyas to reject William Samoei Ruto. But in as much as he will try to defend Sakaja, then Ruto can easily be seen as a friendly person to Luhyas, because then also is coming out to defend one of their own. So the next question we'll be asking on this punchline will be, what is the position of governors in this country when Rigathi Gachagua is busy fighting one of their own? Why are they silent? What should be their role?